We're back, everybody.
With more Class 7
And Duvally the Swift.
and Dooley the Swift.
I mean, you think she'd let me abbreviate her name to DTS?
No.
How about Duv the Swee?
No.
D to the S?
I don't think so.
How about Swift D?
No.
Uh-oh. You know what?
Sorry.
I think she'd go by Swift Duvally. Swift D. I think she'd go by Swift D.
You think so?
You don't know.
You don't know.
I do know.
Yeah, I don't think you do.
I know more than you.
Yeah.
She would go by Swift D. I'm gonna try and start exclusively calling her Swift D from now on. Wide range radar showing no activity detected. We've successfully exited the Air Force's surveillance range. Wow, you really know your stuff. I can see you're putting your branch campus training to good use here. Oh, it's nothing really. You guys seem a little short on hands. Are you sure you can make it work? This is more than enough, actually. If anything, things might start to get a little too cramped. Yeah, the ship's already a bit of a tight fit for us as it is. And given our objectives, it's only going to be more of a crowd from here on out. Last night, Swift D and Crow. Crow and his Swift D. Alright, so what's next? Want to find Toa and the other former students? Yeah, we all felt their presence back at the workshop. I definitely remember sensing Toa, Princess Alphen, and Elise. There were others too, but it was hard to make them all out. Because I didn't care about them enough. It wasn't clear where they were, though. They all did their part in helping us find Reen again. What exactly was that? Kind of an amalgamation of images from all over the Empire projected through the spirit veins, I think. It seemed like it focused on people Reen had strong connections to, who'd be willing to help him. There was a similar connection made when he brought his power under control, just for a second. Since it was only a fleeting vision, it's only natural you wouldn't have had time to pick out everyone's precise locations. But at least you know they're all safe for now. However, I would rather not leave Instructor Toa or Elise to fend for themselves. Agreed, I'm concerned about Princess Alphen as well. Well, St. Destria is closed, and we don't know how anyone in the Imperial family is doing other than douche Cedric. Maybe they're on lockdown because of their connection to us. Dear, I know what we're going to play after this.
What?
We're going to play Long Live the Queen. We're gonna try and make the young Princess Elodie survive until coronation.
Okay.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be magical. We sure. I love that game. We sure have a lot of friends and family whose whereabouts are presently unknown. I've asked the general to search for them, but she hasn't come up with anything so far. Times are tough. We've got the Great Twilight and the rivalries to deal with, plus the upcoming war. We need to decide whether we want to assist the Viceland army or find another way. Not to mention whether we want to draw out the rivalries for as long as possible or get them done as fast as we can. We might not have time to hesitate. I'm tired of feeling like a pawn in someone else's game, but be that as a sacrifice for the Great Twilight or as a participant in the rivalries. Instead of resigning myself to fate or some larger flow of things and just being pushed along, I want to start moving on my own, beginning with protecting the things precious to me with my own hands and by my own decisions. Just like how all of you worked so hard to rescue me. Reen, Elise and Toa are only the start. There are others all over the place who are experiencing troubles. Mint and the others in Heimdall, not to mention friends, family, and everyone else who's helped us along the way. Let's start by taking back the bonds that Class 7 has forged over the years and expand them even further. If we do, I think our bonds can spread throughout the Empire, maybe even the world. Friendship! Instructor Reen. Well said, old friend. No more being used as a pawn, huh? Sounds good to me. You've been carrying all this for a long time now, haven't you? I always knew you were the heart and soul of Class 7. And now you're spreading your influence out further and further. I mean, it's the least I can do, right? The world wouldn't be about to end if it wasn't for me. When I fell hard. But now I have a chance to make amends. I reject Operation Jormungand and Meal Mirage, and what they stand for. I want to spend what little time we have left protecting the ones we love. There has to be another way, one that only Class 7 can achieve. This will be our final operation as a class. What do you say? Operation Friendship. Let's do it! So that's our decision. It might sound like a fool's errand, but we're sticking with it. What about you two? Will you still help us? It's a little late to be asking that. I've known you guys as a group of optimistic saps for 2 years now. I wouldn't have come back if that was a deal breaker for me. Besides, I still have to settle things with Toa, Angelica, and that idiot George. I'll follow you to the depths of Gehenna and back, whatever you decide to do. It matters little to me since this is only a temporary arrangement, because I'm Duvalie the Swift. Swift D, as it were. But I don't mind lending a hand to you helpless young dreamers. I'm interested in seeing the full extent of your resolve. Duvalie, you can't be much older than us. Reen's 20, almost 21. Well, at any rate, are you two finished suiting up? Damn, Crow looking mighty fine over here. Damn, Duvalie looking mighty fine over there. Yeah, I couldn't exactly stroll around town in my other getup. I've had these threads ready for a while now. Well, you got a real sense of style when you're not doing the whole mysterious villain thing. Yeah, you're looking snazzy. Snazzy, Yuna? Snazzy?
Yes, snazzy.
You've quite a tasteful outfit on yourself. It looks professionally tailored, even. It stands to reason that you would have worn casual attire before at some point. A soldier's armor is a soldier's pride, but I do carry plain clothes around for when I need to blend in. Though until I find the answers I seek, I am ill-worthy of donning my armor again. I see. They're all set to go then. Crow, Duvalie the Swift, welcome to the team. And thanks for helping us out again, guys. We'll need to use your ship some more while we fumble around searching. Hey now, think nothing of it. Though it seems security has been on the rise all throughout the Empire since yesterday. We may be limited to the western parts of Erebonia in terms of where it's safe to land. Parm and Aaron should both be fairly safe bets. I suspect the more details we learn about the security, the more viable locations we'll discover. That doesn't leave us with much, but I guess it's better than nothing. Steady does it. We can check things out. We can check how things are one area at a time. In the meantime, though, maybe our connections can help throw some intel our way. I'll get in touch with Arnold and see if he can reach some of our contacts further east. Then I'll touch base with some of the RF members over on my end, ones we're sure we can trust. We've got some guild members on the move too, both domestic and Liberlian. We can get the gist of the situation through the various requests they send in. Would it be alright if we use the Merkava's computers to check those out? Of course, you can use the one right over there. This one, right? Let's take a look then. Wads of cash. This town just ain't what it used to be, and I've been trying to think of a way to support folks who are suffering. If you got the time, maybe you could come hear me out. I'll be waiting at the manager's residence in Parm. The Pink Death. We've been getting reports that a particularly dangerous group of monsters has appeared near the Parm Byroad. Please find and slay this horde of creatures. I recently had the supremely good fortune to acquire some rare ingredients, but lost them somewhere along my journey. I need to return to Laburo post-haste, so I'm unable to search for them myself. I will be sincerely grateful for any help. Meet me at the rest area of Tidus Gate for more details. Do you know... Hey, dear, do you know what ambergris is?
No.
So... it's a special substance that's used in a lot of high-end perfumes and stuff.
Ah.
And do you want to know what it actually is? Like, where it comes from?
Oh, no. Where does it come from?
It's whale vomit.
Yucky.
Yep. It's like...
Yucky.
Yeah, it's like crystallized whale vomit. And it is incredibly expensive. There's definitely a few points of concern here. Yeah, I get the feeling that St. Ark might have been blocked off entirely. Let's look into these. We'll have to decide if we want to take care of that unwanted monster as well. Right, we're ready to head down at any time. Our group is pretty massive, though. Maybe we should tone it down a bit. Perhaps 6, maybe 7 of us at most would be a reasonable benchmark. Well, don't hesitate to let me know if you require my services. By the way, it seems the workshop's received some new equipment. Seriously, we gotta make sure we check it out then. Yeah, it's just starting to seem more and more like just another field study, huh? Well, special ops missions in our case. Instructor, after careful discussion, Yuna and the others and I have assigned the duty of first watch to me. As such, I will be serving as your chaperone once we have landed. First watch? Chaperone? I appreciate the concern, you guys. But you don't need to worry so much. The curse's influence has subsided for now. I feel perfectly fine. I'm afraid this particular matter is not up for debate, Instructor. We will not take our eyes off you for a single moment. Well, I'm in no position to argue either way, I suppose. Alright, Altina, just make sure you're prepared. I'll call you down once we get to the surface. Thank you, Instructor Reen. So, ambergris is a solid waxy substance originating in the intestine of the sperm whale. In Eastern cultures, ambergris is used for medicines and potions and as a spice. In the West, it was used to stabilize the scent of fine perfumes. So it's whale vomit. It's made in the intestines of the sperm whale. It's whale vomit. Indeed. About quest checking and reporting. Quest confirmation reports can be conducted via the orbital computer on the side of the bridge. If your AP passes certain thresholds during a report, your instructor rank will increase. Each increase grants a reward. Make sure you report in once a quest has been fulfilled. In addition, quest reports may also be conducted from the Arcus 2 menu. Also, request a story once you have completed at least one of these 2 semi-required quests. Looks like everyone else is waiting around on standby. Might be a good idea to go speak with them again. Oh, hey, I can bond now. New character marked with a heart indicates a special memory that can be shared with that character. As this is an element that strongly affects the relationship with the 2 characters going forward, it is highly recommended that you view all events for any character you especially like. As with quests, please note that bonding events will disappear if you progress through the story. Okay, time to get this show on the road. But first things first, I should go and talk to Crow again. I'm gonna bond with him so much. New weapons and armors can be purchased in all areas. Ooh. I can now use Summon Valimar. He can now use Summon Ordine. I initially read that as Summer Valimar. Alright, Duvalie. What's your schoolgirl outfit looking like? Duvalie's pretty perfectly proportioned, honestly. I don't know. I think I kind of like Duvalie's basic casual attire more than her special clothing. Like the whole kind of like Fraulein look, you know? Yeah. Okay. Where are you at, Armbrust? Spoilers there. I think we're going to be getting to use human Celine again later on.
Oh.
Nah. Fucking casual Crow. It just works. Alright. She's got Chrono Burst R. Dunamis EX. I don't need you as an evasion tank. Duvally. Alright, so when I'm ready to actually grind Seepith, I know what I'll be doing. That's the break room. I need to go this way. You're behind the counter today? Yep, let me know if there's anything you need. Just not equipment. If you want, I can even make you some snacks. That'd be great, thanks, Una. But don't work too hard, okay? Look who's talking. We need you ready for battle, Instructor, not barely standing because you're exhausted. You've got us on your side, so don't hesitate to ask for help if you need it. Funny you say that. Alcina told me off for trying to do everything on my own, too. Anyway, you have Palm Party on your Arcist, right? I have an account, too. Let me add you. We can play a game of either that or Vantage matches if you want. It'll take our minds off the stressful stuff. That's fine with me. Well, first we play cards, then we play palms.
You're on, Instructor.
That was a bad move, Una. Like, that was a terrible move.
One more. Come on.
Damn, good stuff there. Alright, now. Pom 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 party, pom pom party. Da 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 da.
You're on, Instructor.
Double blues, huh?
Pom Pom Party's great.
What?
Pom Pom Party's great.
Red here. Yellow here. Red here. That green drops. Bingo. Nope, that's not where I wanted to place that. Yes, green down here. Scratch my head. Huge play here. Uh-oh. I definitely used mine first. I used mine first. Like, I used my skill first. It should have come out first.
Instructor.
Okay, no more dicking around. Oh, dang it. I didn't move that properly. Alright, that's it. Game over. Oh. So it works when she does it, huh? Green, red coming. She's moving on me. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Ah!
One
Ooh.
more. Come on.
Oh man, that was a hard-fought battle. Whew. But again, it's 2 out of 3. Who's the true Pom Pom Party champion?
You're on, instructor.
Yeah, it gets stressful because the further the game, like the longer the game goes on, the faster it starts moving. Well. Sorry, Yuna. Sorry.
One more. Come on.
Nope, no one more. No more. Sorry. I gave you best 2 out of 3 and you couldn't keep up. You just didn't have it in you. Alright. So. Oh, I can even make actually. Oh, I can make the good spells now. Pandora, 6,400. Alright, I want to buy the Master Quartz first. Like, can I not change Duvali's weapon? No, I cannot. Okay, I bought this for Reen. Ah, I need more upgrade materials. Hey there, Muse, making some weapon repairs? Don't you usually use arts rifles? I've never seen you with a gun this small before. This is actually a special piece. I received it from Vita, made to order. It's a compact orbital pistol with a few finishing touches. Of course, courtesy of a certain underground workshop. Pair it with an arts rifle and you can have all sorts of fun. Fun, huh? Sounds like Vita's rubbing off on her a little. Wait, when you say underground workshop, you don't mean... Oh no, not the Black Workshop. This one's a separate entity entirely. It's one of Ouroboros' 13 factories situated just outside the Empire. I don't know much about it, but they certainly aren't lacking for craftsmanship. That's some news for you to just up and drop on me. But from what I know, arts rifles fire arts-based projectiles instead of standard rounds. I wonder. Ah. What's with the center of gravity on this thing? A magnificent design, isn't it? I was quite taken in by it myself. Ah, pardon me. It would seem I've just received a message. I should take this. If you'll please excuse me. Curiouser and curiouser. Still, I think I'll just let it be for now. No, don't just let it be. I want to bond with the ladies. Emma, bond with me. Ah, so Monica's been working to distribute welfare supplies in Northumbria. Yes, we can count ourselves fortunate that she's nowhere near the dangers of the war, for now at least. Have you been able to get in touch with Dorothy yet? I've tried, but she's still not answering any calls. Monica and Dorothy. Sounds like you're still close to your old club members then. Now that I think about it, have you heard anything about Klein or Casper? I think Klein joined up with the Imperial Army last minute and was assigned to the Intelligence Division, but that's the last I heard of him. I guess that's only to be expected. Intelligence Division personnel have to adhere to a high level of confidentiality, though I am rather curious how he plans to act given the current circumstances. Casper works in shipping in the Mare, but with the way things are, he'll probably be drafted sooner or later. That's true. I really am worried about everyone. Just remember, we are all students of Thor's. None of us are likely to be done in so easily. We have to trust that the rest of them are doing all right as well. That's a good way of thinking about it. Can I do training room stuff now, please? Exorbitance like this is hardly the height of temperance, especially for a ship of the church. Though this gigantic mirror is handy for perfecting my form, I'll admit. It's very decked out, to be sure. All the better to utilize our time while we're flying around. I may as well teach your pupils a thing or two in that case. Send them to me for training. It'll be just as much a boon for me as it will for them. Training with Duvali, huh? Even I'd have plenty to gain from that. Yes. Why don't we try it out right now then, if that's alright with you, I mean. I'm sure you could use a warm-up after the rivalry. Besides, it might not be a bad idea to test your lesson plan. Very well. Let us go down to the surface then. A room as small as this is no place to spar. Reen and Duvali traveled to the outskirts of Parm. After finding a large enough area, they began training. That's some speed. They don't call you Swift D for nothing. No wonder they call you Swift D. It's not an epithet I take lightly. I'm just getting started. Try to keep up. Otherwise, you might die here. Duvali? I told you, didn't I? You and I, we are not friends. My cooperation with you is just a means to an end. If you stop being useful, I won't hesitate to get rid of you. Reen Schwarzer, I stand before you not as an ally, but as a stalritter of the society. You have no need to hold back as you would against a friend or a student. Show me your true power. Duvali. Alright, I'm going all out. Duvali's training session now began in earnest. Throughout the battle, Reen was able to control his ogre power. Slowly but surely, he started to adjust to Duvali's speed. She's so fast. No. Don't get distracted by the clones. There's still only one of her. Keep it together, Reen. The place you need to strike is... there! Ugh. Duvali, are you okay? Heh. A single attack won't put me out of action. You deserve praise for enduring that last blow, though. It seems you are not without hope after all. We'll see if you can replicate this performance in the future, though. Thanks, Duvali. It's been a while since I was last able to fight this seriously. Don't tell me you're used to training like this every day. Well, there was never any shortage of strong sparring opponents at the Society. Aeneas, Enea, our Lord Arianrod, even the Blade Lord himself. The Blade Lord, I've heard a lot about him. Tita and Agate seem to know him. He was Ouroboros' enforcer number 2, and a survivor of Hamel, right? Oh, and according to what Randy told me, he's even a match for the great Duvali the Swift in battle. Yes, I may have told the SSS something like that. In truth, though, my skills don't even begin to compare to his. The sense of conviction, no, the sense of carnage in every swing of his sword was like nothing I've ever seen before. Carnage? Justice without the power to execute it is no justice at all. He and the Still Maiden may follow different schools, but they agreed on this point. In the end, I'm no more than a mere child who has been allowed to live in their world. I was born into a minor noble family on the outskirts of the continent, but I lost everyone I loved in a bandit attack. Lord Arianrod found me and took me in. Any kind of strength I may have achieved, I owe entirely to her. Duvali? I had no idea. Thank you for telling me about that. Now more than ever, I know the path we need to take. You may not consider us friends, but we're not enemies anymore either. At the very least, we share a common goal. So I'll do everything in my power to help you achieve it. Whatever happens, just remember that you don't have to shoulder this burden all alone. Reen, you are the literal fucking last person who needs to be saying that to someone. Right. Coming from you, that's hardly encouraging. But I have to admit, I'm not likely to find my lord by myself. I'll be counting on you to do your part, Schwarzer. Sure, anytime. After taking a break, Reen and Duvali returned to the Merkaba. My bond with Duvali the Swift strengthened the Duvali. We're gonna end the episode off by creeping behind her. Alright. Until next time, everybody. Hello? I am alone.